Welcome back to Who Died Today, where we honor the lives and legacies of those we've recently lost. In today's episode, we bring you heartfelt tributes to remarkable individuals who left an indelible mark on the world. From Hollywood legends to sports icons and even a mysterious Hollywood tragedy, these stories will touch your heart. And be sure to stay with us until the end, as we reflect on the extraordinary life of the world's oldest verified living man, whose journey spanned over a century of history. Please like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for more touching tributes. Let's dive in. Zsa Zsa Gabor, a legacy of glamour, struggles, and strength. The world knew Zsa Zsa Gabor as a glamorous icon, a woman whose beauty, charm, and wit captured the hearts of millions. But beyond the headlines and the Hollywood parties, Zsa Zsa was much more. A woman who lived a life of both extraordinary highs and heartbreaking lows. Today we remember Zsa Zsa not just for her fame, but for the strength and resilience that defined her later years. Born Zsa Gabor in Budapest, Hungary, on February 6, 1917, Zsa Zsa's story began long before she became a Hollywood legend. She was raised in a family that was no stranger to beauty, talent, and ambition. Along with her sisters Eva and Magda, Zsa Zsa was destined to shine. Even as a young woman, she knew the world had something in store for her. In 1933, she competed in the Miss Hungary pageant and finished as second runner-up. Just the beginning of a journey that would take her far from home. Zsa Zsa's first steps into the limelight took place in Vienna, where she began her stage career. But it was her move to America in 1941 that truly set her on a path to stardom. She quickly became the darling of Hollywood, a woman who exuded European flair and style, and who knew how to navigate the world of high society with grace and confidence. Her first film role in 1952's Lovely to Look At marked the beginning of a career that would span decades. Zsa Zsa's acting career was often overshadowed by her larger-than-life personality, but she still made her mark. Roles in films like Moulin Rouge, 1952, showcased her charm and beauty, earning her praise from directors like John Huston, who called her a creditable actress. But it wasn't just her acting that made her unforgettable, it was her presence. Her ability to walk into any room and become the center of attention. In fact, she genuinely did the same thing in the first film. Her love life, too, was as captivating as her career. Zsa Zsa married 9 times, including high-profile unions with hotel magnate Conrad Hilton, actor George Sanders, and even a controversial marriage to Prince von Anhalt. Her marriages were as much a part of her legacy as her career, and often they became the subject of public fascination. She once famously said, "Men have always liked me, and I have always liked men," a testament to her unapologetic approach to life and love. But even legends face challenges, and Zsa Zsa was no exception. In 2002, at the age of 85, she suffered a devastating car accident that left her partially paralyzed and in a wheelchair for the rest of her life. This was just the beginning of a long battle with her health that would test her in ways few could imagine. Yet through every setback, whether it was strokes in 2005 and 2007 or the loss of her leg in 2011, Zsa Zsa remained unbroken. She kept her charm, her humor, and above all, her will to live. In her later years, Zsa Zsa faced many struggles. Yet what stood out the most was her fierce determination. In 2011, she underwent an emergency amputation of her right leg due to a severe infection. It was a painful and emotional moment, but Zsa Zsa didn't let it define her. In fact, those close to her say she faced it with the same grace and dignity that she had shown her entire life. Family and friends, including her beloved husband, Prince von Anhalt, stood by her side, offering their unwavering support as she fought to stay strong. "Then there's exercise," Rosalie said, "and then Four Loko." Despite the struggles, she continued to live her life with an undeniable zest. In 2016, as she turned 99, her health declined further, and she was admitted to the hospital after suffering from breathing difficulties. But just days before her 100th birthday, Zsa Zsa left us, peacefully passing away on December 18, 2016, at the age of 99. Her death marked the end of an era, but her spirit, her indomitable will to live, and the unforgettable mark she left on Hollywood and the world will never fade. Zsa Zsa Gabor was more than an actress, more than a socialite. She was a woman who lived boldly, loved fiercely, and in the end, showed us what it truly means to face adversity with grace. Her legacy will live on, not just through her iconic films, but in the memories of everyone who had the privilege of knowing her. As we remember Zsa Zsa, we ask, what do you remember most about her? Was it her charm, her beauty, or the strength she showed in her later years? Share your thoughts and join us in celebrating the extraordinary life of a woman who truly lived on her own terms. Janis Timma, a life remembered, a heart lost too soon, the man behind the game. In a world full of athletes, some leave us with unforgettable memories, not just for the victories, but for the way they made us feel. Janis Timma was one of those rare people. Today we remember a man whose life and legacy go far beyond basketball, beyond the courts where he played with so much heart. We remember Jānis, not just for his talent, but for the warmth, the love, and the humanity he shared with everyone around him. Born in Latvia, Jānis started his basketball journey in the most humble of ways, playing for small teams like Daugavpils Kraslava and BA Riga. But the world soon noticed him. His skill, his intelligence on the court, he was a force to be reckoned with. From VfL Riga to Zenit St. Petersburg, and then across the EuroLeague with teams like Baskonia and Olympiakos, Jānis's rise was nothing short of remarkable. His versatility as a forward, his sharp shooting, his leadership, it made him a standout in one of the toughest leagues in the world. Because his exercised work ethic had improved so much during the development of his games, the stakes had come down a trickle. But it wasn't just his basketball IQ that defined him. Jānis was a man who gave everything, not just to the game, but to his family, to his friends. People close to him always said the same thing. He had a heart of gold, a smile that could light up any room, a quiet strength that gave others the courage to keep going. He was more than a teammate. He was a brother. He was a father, a son, a friend. But like all great stories, Jānis's journey wasn't without its struggles. There were moments that tested him, moments that felt like a weight on his shoulders. The biggest challenge came when he made the decision to play in Russia. At a time when the world was watching, questioning everything, Jānis found himself caught in a storm of public opinion. His decision to continue his career there was met with backlash, and many couldn't understand why he chose to stay, especially as tensions were rising globally. Was asked over and over why he stayed, why Russia, and Jānis, a man of few words, always answered with grace, saying he was there for the game. He never wanted to be part of the politics, he just wanted to play basketball. But the world wasn't kind, and the weight of those questions followed him. He became more than just a player, he became a symbol, and it wasn't always easy to carry. And then there were the quieter struggles, rumors, whispers about his personal life, his choices, his character. People loved to write their own narratives, but those who truly knew Jānis, those who stood by him, knew the truth. He was a man who loved fiercely, who gave everything for his family, and who lived his life with sincerity, even when it was hard. He wasn't perfect, but he was real. He faced his battles quietly, just like he faced every game, head held high, no matter the challenge. Jānis may have faced his demons, but he never let them define him. He played with pride, he played with passion, and even in his final seasons, he showed the world what true grit looks like. His awards, his titles, his recognitions, they'll always be part of his story. But what will live on in the hearts of those who loved him is the memory of a man who gave everything, not for glory, but for the love of the game, and for the people who meant the most to him. We lost Jānis too soon, and while we'll never have the answers to the questions that linger, his decision to leave us, the weight he carried, we can remember him for the joy he gave us, the moments of brilliance, the quiet strength, the unwavering love for his craft and his family. He was one of a kind, a true athlete, a true man. Janis Timma, you will never be forgotten. You've touched our hearts, you've inspired us all, and you've shown us what it means to face life, both on and off the court, with resilience and grace. Rest in peace, Jānis. We'll carry your memory with us always. To those who knew him, to those who loved him, to those who watched him play, what's your favorite memory of Janis Timma? Brittany Murphy and Simon Monjack, a tragic tale and a haunted home. The story of Brittany Murphy is one that still tugs at the heartstrings of anyone who remembers her infectious energy, her unforgettable performances, and her radiant smile. She was a rising star, a beloved actress with so much life ahead of her. But on December 20, 2009, at just 32 years old, Brittany's life was tragically cut short in the home she shared with her husband, Simon Monjack, in Hollywood Hills. Brittany collapsed in that house and was later declared dead at Cedars-Sinai Hospital. Her passing ruled to be caused by pneumonia, anemia, and a combination of prescription drugs, left fans and loved ones devastated. But just 5 months later, Monjack was found dead in the same home under eerily similar circumstances. He too succumbed to pneumonia and anemia, with prescription drugs involved. The world couldn't help but wonder, how could two lives so full of promise end in such a mysterious and heartbreaking way? Their Hollywood Hills home, where the tragedy unfolded, is now back on the market, listed for nearly $18 million. Though new owners took over in 2020, the house will forever be associated with the pain, the loss, and the speculation that followed. Over the years, rumors swirled. Some spoke of mold in the house. Others whispered of supernatural forces. Even Britney Spears, the previous owner, recalled by her makeup artist. The mystery of their deaths and the eerie energy surrounding that house lingers still, leaving an indelible mark on all who hear their story. As we remember Brittany Murphy, we can't help but reflect on what could have been, on a life full of potential, taken far too soon. What do you think happened in that home? Were their deaths truly just tragic coincidences, or is there something more to the story? Let us know. John Tinniswood, a life spanning over a century of history. John Alfred Tinniswood, born on August 26, 1912 in Liverpool, England, lived a life that witnessed nearly every major event of the 20th and 21st centuries. From a young age, he embodied resilience and strength, traits that would carry him through the many decades that followed. During World War II, Tinniswood's poor eyesight prevented him from enlisting as a frontline soldier. Instead, he served in the Royal Army Pay Corps, where he held an important role as an accountant and auditor. His logistical tasks ranged from organizing food supplies to ensuring soldiers stranded behind enemy lines were located and assisted. A role that, although not on the front lines, was vital in supporting the war effort. In 1942, he met and married Blodwen Roberts, the love of his life, with whom he shared a long and fulfilling relationship until her passing in 1986. Together, they had one child, who carried on his legacy. Tinniswood became the world's oldest verified living man on June 29, 2024, after the death of 112-year-old Xi Ping from China. He held this title for 5 months, until his own passing on November 25, 2024, at the remarkable age of 112 years and 91 days. Throughout his long life, Tinniswood was a witness to both extraordinary progress and unimaginable challenges. His longevity was a testament not just to genetics, but to a life lived with purpose, resilience, and a strong sense of family. His story is one of quiet achievement. A man who lived through wars, technological revolutions, and social upheavals, yet remained grounded in the simple joys of life: love, family, and a steady career. As we reflect on his extraordinary life, we honor the memory of a man who lived to see a century and more, contributing in his own way to the history of the world. A life so long-lived, so full of memories. What lessons do you think John Tinniswood would leave us with today? Thank you for joining us as we paid tribute to these incredible lives. Their legacies remind us of the beauty, resilience, and complexity of the human spirit. If you found this video meaningful, please give it a like, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel for more heartfelt tributes. Let us know in the comments which story touched you the most, and feel free to share your memories or thoughts about those we've honored today. Until next time, take care of yourself and cherish the moments with your loved ones. See you in the next video.